So what is it about this Scuderia that made you want to purchase it over any other exotic car available?
Well, as I say, I sort of fell in love with this Maserati Ferrari thing. I visited the Maranello factory and saw the Ferraris being made, and it was just a fantastic experience. And I also found that in owning the Ferrari is that it seems to suit drivers of all levels. When I bought it, I came out here, an instructor took me around the track. I asked him to show me what the car could do. We've done one lap and I'm already got the window down, taking big gulps of air, feeling quite nauseous. And I hopped out of the car and said, well, that's 100%. And he said, well, no, you know, with you in the car and being brand new and the tyres weren't perhaps was warm, he said that was about 60%. So I knew I had a long way to go. And I've had it now for 18 months, and my skills have developed. But I never cease to be amazed that the car always seems to sort of say, is this all you want me to do? You know, it just, you come into corners, the transmission, the braking.
Right there waiting for you every time.
It is. It's just phenomenal. It just feels so comfortable and so safe.
At home on the track.
Yeah, and it just goes where you point it. You know?
Which is what they build these for. I mean, the Scuderia is lighter, faster. It's a more track-focused version of the 430 lineup.
Sure.
Is that why I bought the car, specifically to use it on the track?
Well, this fellow that talked to me about it had actually had the 430, and we went for a drive in a Scuderia, and he said, look, there's just really no comparison between the two. He said, you know, the Scuderia is a step up from the 430, and you know, you want to get one.
Speaking of which, the dial on the steering wheel there, the Manettino switch, which obviously you can change on the track.
Yeah.
What setting do you have it on today?
I have it on race. That's the third setting up. I started on the bottom setting. It's a little bit like driving on the track. You start as a beginner and then you move to intermediate and then finally you become advanced. And it's a bit like that on the Manettino, you know, as you feel a little bit more safe and as the car moves around a little bit more under you on the track, then you become comfortable and you can step it up to that next level.
So you can definitely feel the difference between
yes.
levels.
Well, I was fortunate enough to go to one of the Ferrari driving courses at the Shanghai International Track in China last year.
Wow. That's very impressive.
Wonderful experience. And during that course, the instructors get you driving on all of the different settings on the Manettino so that you can get to understand how the car is going to perform. There is a massive difference between everything turned on and everything turned off. I'm looking forward to the advanced course. It's on about 3 weeks' time in the same place.
And so what cars do you get to drive?
We drive the 458 Italia there. Last year we had the Scuderias there as well as the 458, and to me the Scuderia is the car. But the 458, the transmission, and it's a car that wherever you want it to go, it will go. It doesn't seem to have any understeer. It doesn't seem to be able to understeer. And I do like the fact that on the big straight at Shanghai, you can get over 300 kilometres an hour. So,
wow.
That was a bit of a buzz.
Thank you so much, Lyle. We really appreciate your time today. Thank you.
No, my pleasure, Courtney. Loved it.
Well, here we are with a 430 Scuderia. This is an amazing car. We're going to take you around the car and show you inside the car and see why this car is so special. Well, Mark?
Sounds like there's a few 430 Scuderias going around the track right now. It's that loud,
Absolutely.
isn't it? Yes, let's have a look at the front of this car. Why is this so special over the normal 430?
Well, you can see, the stripes don't add anything performance-wise, but they do differentiate it from a standard 430. If you zoom in here on the headlights, you'll see even the headlight casing is all carbon fibre.
All inside here.
All
so
about
on the normal
saving
430
weight.
You don't have that detail, do you?
No, it's just plastic.
Yeah.
Even down here we have more carbon fibre. And if Mark, if you want to pop open the bonnet.
Yep. We'll just grab the bonnet.
We'll show you inside.
Electrically released. Very, very clever.
Now this is the storage space you get on a $600,000 supercar. It's quite a big space actually.
It's actually a bit more than what you find in a Porsche 911 up the front, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's actually quite good. A bit more than I would say than a Lamborghini Gallardo as well.
Absolutely, and have a look at all over on this side. You can just see there's no lining. It's all just exposed, all to save weight. Look at that.
In here we've got the tyre pressure. Was it the refill goo stuff? Is it?
Yeah,
is
to pump up. It's the tyre, inflation system.
Yeah.
And this bonnet is really light.
All
like, feel that, Mark.
fibre,
Feel how light that is.
Is it carbon fibre?
Feel it.
Wow.
It's got no weight on it. It's beautiful.
Wow.
All right, let's keep going around this car.
Let's head around to the side. What we need to look at around here are these wheels, because they're carbon ceramics, aren't they?
The brakes are carbon ceramic, absolutely, and that comes
No, not
standard.
the wheels. Yeah, the brakes.
Yeah.
They're standard carbon ceramics on the F430
Scuderia.
Scuderia.
They're
all
massive
four
brakes,
corners,
aren't they?
right, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll get to the back in a sec, but I think it's standard all around. So this car is very special. Let's have a look. If we keep looking, carbon fibre mirrors, again, all weight saving. All right, let's check out the engine bay on this car. I'll show you how we actually get into the engine bay on this beast. We've just got the release down here inside the doorbell. So if we open that.
All right, let's pop the engine bay. Let's have a look in the back. There you go. So what have they done differently on here compared to the other car?
We can see there's a shitload of carbon fibre
Yeah, there's a
everywhere.
lot of carbon fibre everywhere.
Carbon fibre everywhere on this car.
On the inlets there, on the air boxes, all along on the sides and everything. This produces more power than the normal 430 as
It's
well.
actually only 20 horsepower more than a standard 430. But the key here is it's 100 kilograms lighter, this car.
So it's
like
375 kilowatts the engine in this produces, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not that much different from a 430, but as I said, the key is all of this stuff.
Light,
carbon everywhere.
and light.
And we'll see that when we get to the interior, which we'll show you now. All right, let's check out the interior of this baby. You can see already here, look at the doors. Again, carbon fibre everywhere. It's actually really low. Actually, before I get in, do you want to check out the floor? Have a look at the floor. It's just got no carpet, no sound deadening. It means business everywhere. It's quite a work of art. So again, to get in this car, it's very low car, very wide sill. But once inside, wow.
I'm already in here, I'm nice and snug.
Mark's already in here.
Thanks for joining me, Brendan.
This is quite an experience, just to sit in this car.
Yeah, the things that stand out are pretty much all of these like high-tech fabrics, like Alcantara, again more carbon fibre, and also the as you pointed out, the metal floor down here, which I think if you're not really into cars, you'd kind of go, hang on, how much was this car and where are the carpets?
That's right, there's no carpet.
Where's the carpets?
But you're really missing the point if you do say that, because this car, I mean, look, it's even Alcantara everywhere here.
Alcantara everywhere. It's just very expensive materials in the whole car. How about you show us the dash? You got like massive
rev counter in the middle.
Massive
yeah, look
rev
at that.
counter. Look at it, bright yellow. You got the speedo on the right there.
Look at this carbon fibre.
Carbon fibre paddles.
Now this gearbox is actually what sets this car really different from the standard 430 as well. The gear changes on this car are actually 60 milliseconds. Like, you probably can't get your head around that, but that is so fast. That's actually the speed that the Formula 1 cars were doing in 2004, I believe. So this car, only 3 years later,
that's right,
has got the technology from Formula 1 in the road car, and this car is a road car.
So more technology is the famous Maranello switch here, where you can change it from, if I can show you some of the details here, you've got basically like snow kind of mode, shall we say, when it's in slippery conditions, sport, which is kind of normal, race, and then you can turn traction control off, and then the final one you can turn off traction and stability control all the way there. When you put it in that one, it beeps to let you know you're in an unsafe mode.
You're on your own.
Yeah. And one thing, Schumacher actually helped design this car, and the one thing that he added in the design process was to be able to put the system into the most, no traction control, no stability control, but also press this button down here, which has got a little suspension icon on it, which softens up the suspension. So in other words, you can have maximum fun, but you can make the suspension nice and soft.
Wow.
That's his input.
I just found another really fun button. So LC here stands for launch control. So if you want to get this thing from 0 to 100 in, what does it do it in? 3 point something seconds. It's really fast. This thing will actually let you take off from the traffic lights in a mad rush.
It is 3.6 seconds. It's an amazingly quick car.
What a gorgeous car. Let's see what this thing's like around the track now.
I take the double apex line this time, so firing into the inside, backing to the outside. So that's the more defensive line you would take there. It's not necessarily quicker, but if you're racing, it certainly helps defending a position, but also attacking, going up the inside of someone. 5th gear over the back, so again pulling 190 down that short little straight, which is just phenomenal for a road car on road tyres as well. Touch of the brake, turning into turn 5 here. As we come up the hill, we'll use all the concrete on the outside as well if we need to. Braking coming into turn 6, a very short little complex, amazing level of turn in, and then as you come out of the corner, the back end wants to move around a little bit. If you get on the power too hard. In race mode we still have traction and stability control underfoot, but if you drive the car accordingly you can get around here without it ever kicking in. Coming into turn 9, nice and deep in, cutting back, make the most of this long straight and getting a good run out of the corner. So plucking 4th gear, 180 again. 3rd time in this lap you'll get over that sort of speed, which is just, yeah, very quick for a road car. Coming back through turn 12 again, a little bit of left foot brake just to steady the car. On the straight here at the day, you can just pass without having to be pointed past on the front straight, which always helps. So again, plucking 5th gear, 220, 230, 240 odd, just over 255 this time. That's a couple of laps of Eastern Creek in the 430 Scuderia. I hope you enjoyed it.
We're at Eastern Creek, as we said earlier, and this day is being hosted by Burrows Drive Day, run by Luke O'Neill Events, and I am here with Mr. O'Neill himself. He's going to tell me a little bit about the history of the day, yeah? What it's about.
Yeah, look, the Burrows Days have been running for probably 15 to 20 years, and they were started by a chap by the name of Peter Burrows, who's a bit of a car enthusiast. And look, he basically hired the track, invited his mates out and said, let's go for a drive. I took over in about 99, 2000, and we've made it a little bit more of an event now where we basically invite customers with their own cars, and we provide an opportunity for them to drive them at whatever speed they like, as long as that they're here to learn how to drive, first and foremost, and have a lot of fun. So it's strictly non-competitive, there's no racing, there's no timing. But it is structured for owners of their own cars to come out and get a bit of coaching from our excellent teachers.
Yeah, good. Explore safely within the realms of a racetrack.
Look, absolutely. I mean, you know, the cars that in particular the prestige sports car brands that are being built at the moment are super fast, and you know it's becoming more and more of a nanny state where you can't exceed the speed limit by even a couple of kilometres. So
yeah, that's right. What
this event is all about is offering people an experience to understand why they've just spent anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000 on a sports car. They can get onto the main straight here, put their foot to the floor, and
see what it can do.
And see what they can do. But most importantly, you know, we've got coaches here that have raced all around the world in all sorts of categories, and it's great to have someone sitting next to you to be able to just easily and calmly work you through the intricacies of driving on the track in your own car. So it's very much we have a very strong driver training feel to the day, but it is still basically just a top end track day.
All right, thanks Luke.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Well, that was cool, guys. I wish we could film there every month.
Yeah, it was really good. Don't forget, you can check out our great looking website, www.supercarspin.com, where you can find links to all our previous shows as well as some behind the scenes stuff too.
Also on there you can find links to our YouTube, Twitter and Facebook pages as well.
Well, that's all from us for now. From Mark,
Brendan
and Courtney.
We'll see you next month.